I believe you've gathered all the samples we're likely to find here. Make sure we don't let them go to waste.
I am no beast of burden.
The samples we use must be fresh. Let's use what you've gathered before they spoil.
When you try to control everything...
The samples we use must be fresh. Let's use what you've gathered before they spoil.
I be missing me granddaughter something terrible. You know, I used to tell Lily bedtime stories till she fell asleep in me arms. She loved the ones about Kishara, a tough-as-nails Val lassie, said to have explored every coast, cove and bay of this blasted continent with the help of her star. Some nifty artifact she nabbed from somewhere on her first voyage. Young Lily, she were fascinated by Kishara's star. Said to be fair humming with thaumaturgy, able to guide its mistress wherever she be fixing to journey. Methinks me granddaughter liked to imagine that one day she'd hold the star in her hands and explore the outer reaches of this world. Oh, I'd dearly love to see her again. But there ain't no way I'm making that journey with nothing to show for it. She looks up to me, does Lily? So, I'm reckoning that star might put a smile on her pretty face. With such a gift in hand, I'd maybe have the guts to go visit my granddaughter instead of skulking here like some craven ghost. That's if some kind and brave soul fetched it for me. Legend has it, Kishara got herself in some hot water with a certain Queen Adziri. Details are vague as to exactly how, but by all accounts, Adziri were the most understanding of lasses. Kishara, being the free-spirited sort, probably just pricked the royal arse with some spiky facts from the outside world. Almost lost her head for her trouble, Kishara. Adziri took a ship and made sacrifices of her crew, forced the poor girlie into hiding. Still, Kishara being of a wily inclination like myself, she slipped through Adziri's talons and right out of the Empire. But before she left, Kishara hid the star somewhere near the causeway that leads into the old Val city up north, just in case she got caught, I suppose. Something like that, in the hands of a tyrant like Adziri. Who knows what trouble she might have found with it.
Into the most dreaded of thickets you must go, I'm afraid. For there Gruthkull the Despairing was souls and schemes. The Varl laid waste to her kingdom, and placed her slaughtered children at her feet. Grief enveloped Gruthkull, transformed her, flooded her mind with a singular thought, to share her suffering with those who had murdered her daughters. Though she has returned, her sanity has not. There is no fury like a mother bereaved. I wonder if Gruthkull would still grieve for her children if she knew the truth. The Spinner of Shadows had no aspirations until Gruthkull's daughters plotted against her. They saw her power over the people, her miraculous potions, her intoxicating lusts. They feared Arakali, thought she might threaten their legacy. Yet that's the curious thing about spiders. They only leave their web when you force them to. A temptress and a predator. Varl legends say she crawled up from the blackest of pits during the creation of the world. No, her beginnings were far more mundane. A mortal harlot whose endless lust for loin and lecherous delight saw her transformed into the very image of her dark desires. The Spinner of Shadows, they once called her. She sees herself as a regular goddess of love, and has the romantically forged temple to prove it. That's where you'll find her. Yet there's little romance to the lady herself. At least, I doubt the corpses that now embrace her carapace would think so. Answering the call of a royal invitation, I visited the Spinner of Shadows as an emissary for a small and fragile alliance of gods. Mostly weak deities huddling together in terror of being consumed by their greaters. At this time, Queen Arakali ruled an empire, and so invited me to gaze upon her mighty works with appropriate wonder. If I'd looked past this pretense, I may have chanced to see her hidden desire to have me share her bed. For years I lay trapped in her webbed sheets. Some days she enjoyed my prowess. Other days we enjoyed each other. Yet this illusion of love and leisure simply veiled the morbid reality that I was not free to leave. I languished under her bewitching spell until the day the spider was betrayed by her own flies and sealed within that temple of her own fevered making.